if you're in need of a laugh, we have two very funny guests joining us in the studio today.
That's right.
In the studio.
Right here.
Not zooming.
They're waiting
Yes,
on bated breath. You likely know Nicholas Heller on Instagram as New York Nico. He is a director and also an Instagram creator who profiles all kinds of characters throughout New York City.
Well, his characters.
I mean, look at this. When we last saw him, I mean, look at these rakishly handsome fellas. He and his collaborator, Kareem Rahma, were about to debut their short film, Out of Order, at Tribeca Film Festival. And here you can see where they joined us from Seinfeld's apartment.
Oh, yeah. That was,
they're in good with Seinfeld, I hear. And so now the gang is back. I called, I begged, I pleaded, and here they are. Ladies
Hello.
and gentlemen.
Welcome.
How's it going?
In the studio.
Kareem said, can I wear these sunglasses? I said, you can do
I like
whatever
the
you
look.
want.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm a celebrity now. I'm up here with you guys.
Is it okay? Was everything on your rider up to, did you get the...
Yeah, the grapes were there.
The grapes. We tried to peel them, but...
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
Oh.
And Nico...
I didn't
Holding
get
them
my
by step?
Mountain Dew.
It's coming. So let's talk about it. I mean, last time the film was getting ready to be previewed at Tribeca. So what was that whole experience like for you guys? I mean, come on, Tribeca Film Festival.
No, it was surreal. It's been a dream since I was a kid to get into Tribeca, and you know, this is my first narrative film, so the fact that it got in was huge. And we had a great event. We had a talent show with some of New York's greatest talents, like Dan Smith Will Teach You Guitar was there, Tick and Tack.
You had Tick and Tack?
Tick and Tack,
The
yeah.
Tick and Tack?
Stop it.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Tick and Tack.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
All of
and you
them.
cleaned
Can I-
up.
So
Excuse
my
you.
mustache,
Yes.
my mustache was a mistake.
Had a little
So
accident?
no,
Well,
before,
this I can't wait to hear.
Right before the event, I went to my barber. I wanted a little something on my beard, and he just got distracted while talking to me and started shaving my face.
Yeah.
This is not a joke.
He was very stressed out about
I
it.
was
but
so
keep saying,
stressed out because I don't
look
do
great,
mustache.
buddy.
I'm not a mustache guy.
Well,
So-
can we see that picture? I mean, you
I look
pulled
like a
it.
Yankee player.
You,
Yeah.
you look like
Now playing
you
shortstop.
look like Brett Gardner circa 97, maybe.
So you're saying I have a huge head?
Yeah,
I
but
think,
that's
you,
okay.
I think you look like a film director,
The
buddy.
stash coming back, by the way.
That was also the best photo. That's the only reason why you guys have that.
It's because that was the best photo that,
Yeah.
that you
So you don't want to go with the partial beard look? The
So I tried the goatee.
Oh, okay.
I have photos of it. I look full-on serial killer.
Wow.
And that wasn't the
As
look you were
opposed to
going
now.
for.
No,
Yes.
not the look I was going for.
Okay, so how
No
do
offense,
you...
I see you
how
have
do
a-
you-
oh, no.
Yeah, we're looking at
He's
some...
insulting the crew.
Gross.
You look great.
You look,
He wears it
look
well.
fantastic.
that's a nice
Jeez.
one. That's a nice beard.
Okay, Mr. Kareem, of your sunglasses, how do you two know each...
Okay,
He must
I'll
have my
take 'em out.
shirt. He can't.
No, I
He
like
can't
them.
look in this
Okay, I'll put 'em
direction.
back on.
It's
Oh,
blinding.
okay.
Put it on.
How do you...
Is this live?
No.
It was,
You
not
want to start
anymore.
over
I gotta
again?
go to the
Why don't you
bathroom.
guys walk...
Can I go to the bathroom?
Our
first?
It's not out of order yet. It's out of
Our
order. It's out of
bathroom
order.
works. Our bathroom works.
Oh, okay.
How do you two know each other? I'm dying to know.
We connected on the internet like 7 years ago and just sent a lot of DMs. It was like a bromance type of situation, but we didn't really meet up a ton. We met up sometimes. We were just following each other, following what we did, and when it came time for to make this movie, Nico was like, "Hey, I think you're fairly funny." I was like,
He's the funniest guy I
Fairly
knew.
He was...
He said, I think you're fairly funny. I've always wanted to make a movie. I have an idea for a movie, and I want to incorporate all of my characters. And I took it very seriously, like a fifth grade assignment.
No way.
Yeah, and I sat down at my desk, had my little coffee, and I went, beep, beep, beep,
On your typewriter.
on my
On
typewriter.
your brother typewriter.
On my brother typewriter. On my brother's typewriter.
On your...
Yeah, on my brother's typewriter.
Exactly.
He's actually a collector.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I wrote the
Correct.
film, and then we went back, like, we did like 15 drafts and made it perfect, or at least
15 drafts about a guy who has to find a bathroom.
Yeah. Well, it works.
It's a common
hilarious.
story.
Yeah.
It really
It's a
is.
common story.
We've all been there.
We have. I was there the other day.
Too many
I was
times.
there
I was
yesterday.
there
I was
30 minutes ago.
That's all it takes. Now, Nico, you recently signed on with an agent, a talent agency.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's big.
Oh,
Did you ever think that would happen? Maybe.
Maybe. I'm not gonna say no, but you know.
But what does
yeah.
it mean? I mean, do you feel different? You walk differently? How do you-
Not really. I mean, you know, it's cool. Hopefully, I can get some more film gigs.
Right.
That's the goal. You know,
Yeah.
the goal has always been to make movies and
Yeah.
TV. So,
Yeah.
Kareem and I are actually working on a TV show right now that takes place at a morning news show
Uh-oh.
in New
Oh,
York.
Are we getting punked right now?
No,
You have
no,
secret-
No.
Well, do tell. Breaking news.
Let me do my best impression.
I think that's
watching.
the most info we can give you right now, but it's gonna be a hit. It's gonna be a hit.
What's the news impression?
This is it.
This
Okay,
is
hold
it.
on. Are you ready?
Let's see. I want look in. Where's his camera? Where's his camera? Right there. Right there. No, right here. Wrong camera.
Okay.
Over here.
Okay.
So we're moving.
Good job.
Read that copy right there.
Speaking of talent, Nico.
You've been clear.
Speaking of talent,
You've been
Nico,
clear-
you've clearly been talented for a long time.
See, it's not as easy as you
We
think.
found this great video of your
gotta use
on
more
your
hand
other
moves.
Instagram account, not New York Nico, that we just have to share.
Suddenly you became Italian.
Saw it full.
Pause.
TRT.
Yep. Go ahead. Sure.
That's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Pause. Stop full.
Okay,
Pause.
it's hard.
Here it is. Here it is.
Oh no. Oh
What a
god.
cute kid. What happened?
Look at that haircut.
I loved the Beatles. George Harrison was my guy.
And you called
But
me
you're singing the
George?
know.
Stones.
Yeah, man.
I wasn't singing the Stones.
Yeah, man. Well, clearly,
Looks like Mick
your
Jagger taking his
first
shirt right
audition.
off.
I love this. So yeah.
He looks like he should be in Stranger Things.
You do. Okay, first
Could easily be
thing.
an
First
under
off,
character.
great job reading prompter, both of
Thank you
you.
so
much.
That was
Stupendous.
fantastic.
I'm hired.
Well,
You're hired.
Leave your resume at the door. We'll
You're
see what happens.
hired. We will pay you the standard after day rate of $1.59.
That's fine, I have nothing else to do.
If that's okay. So you're hired to do your morning show. But as you look at that kid
Yeah.
singing,
Yeah.
what were you thinking? Did you know back then, I want to grow up and be a creator of stuff?
Maybe subconsciously. Both my parents are
Yeah.
creators of stuff. They're both graphic designers. So I grew up in a very artistic household. But yeah, I don't know. I think I just had like regular kid ambitions, like be
Yeah.
a baseball player and stuff like that.
Look at you.
To this.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm actually wearing a Mets hat
Look
in
at
that,
that.
right?
All right,
Look at
yeah.
you.
Okay, yeah.
There's love in your
I
heart.
was a
for
Yankee
both.
fan, but I didn't realize that would get me kicked out of Yankee Stadium.
No. Yeah.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
listen. It's possible.
It's tough.
You can
It's
like.
tough. No, you can't like both teams, I'm
Life,
sorry.
yes, you can.
I don't
I
know.
like
Then
both
you're
teams.
not really a fan.
I like both
Sorry.
teams. I work for the Mets. I love both teams,
Yeah.
and we're just going to leave it
Look,
there.
we're just New York fans.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Mets are, and the Yankees are basketball teams, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they slam dunk.
Kareem's all over this. He's got-
Yeah, I love
Score
sports.
goals.
I love Sprouts.
Can we go back to this morning show? Why?
Yeah.
Why a show about a morning show? What's the?
Well, I watch all the morning shows.
Do we look that cartoonish to you? Does it seem
No, I
that?
just joke.
Yeah.
No. It's
Because
just
sometimes
like
it feels that cartoonish
no.
when I'm doing it.
I've always loved morning shows. Like
Yeah.
ever since I was a kid.
Nico's
I'm
constantly
obsessed
sending
with
me pictures of him watching like morning shows.
Yeah,
And it's
like you guys truly are like A-list celebrities. to
you
me.
really, yeah. It's
Wow.
a true story.
We need more of him.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot more of you.
Can I
as a
write
matter
you
of
into my next contract?
Yeah. Please.
Can I write you into my next contract?
I'm
Actually, can you
afraid.
guys write my next contract?
I mean,
I'm a lawyer.
yeah.
fact. Good luck.
I am a lawyer.
You can do
What
it
do you
all.
need- what do you
on the
need help
fly. News anchor,
I'm like the
lawyer.
Better Call Saul of New York. Just like, let me know what you need. I'm a mechanic, I'm a
gonna
doctor, I'm a
make-
lawyer, I'm an actor.
You're gonna make it
Wait, I'm
happen.
not an actor.
No, but you could be.
What I have noticed, and looking
Oh.
back at some of your stuff, by the way, Nico, is that you kind of created your own little whack pack of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so there's some consistent characters. I know you should go back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about some of them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've been doing this for like 8 years now. I got started with this gentleman named Ted Avon who carries around a 10-pound sign that says the 6'7" Jew will freestyle rap for you. And I'd seen him like all throughout high school and, was kind of too shy to go and talk to him because to me, he was an A-list celebrity. But it took kind of like a low point in my younger life to muster up the courage to go and talk to him. And after I did, we walked around town for a bit, and then I asked if I could make a documentary on him. And he said, yeah. So I made this kind of slice of life documentary of Ted Avon, and I realized that I could do this with all these New York City street characters, like Wendell, the homeless fashion designer of Union Square, Larry the bird guy of Washington Square, even Curtis Lewa let me do one.
What is it?
So-
What is it? What do you think you possess that assuages the fears of these people that lets you like peer into their lives and shine a light on
I
them?
don't think it's just me. I mean, people are open to having their story be told, especially if they're interesting, you
Yeah.
know?
I don't think he gives himself enough credit.
I was just gonna
I've
ask
seen
you,
this man
what
on.
is the
I've seen
magic?
this man on the streets.
Yeah.
And he's got this hawk eye.
I do.
He's like
Right.
always
The hawk eye.
looking, and he'll see someone interesting, and then like he's just like he makes people open up without them knowing.
Yeah.
I mean, they know, but
But they do it willingly.
they're comfortable.
Yeah.
He's definitely a documentarian and able to get narratives nicely.
New York is like a smorgasbord for these type of people.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest. I
You can't go anywhere
you
else
can't turn a
to
corner and
find,
find a
you
new
know.
one.
Right.
Absolutely.
So when you two are in the creative process, who has the final stamp of approval? Do you guys fight and then kiss
We
and
don't
make
really
up?
fight.
Well, yeah,
No?
no, so
It's
far.
like a ping pong.
Really?
Yeah, it's definitely like a ping pong.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
a
like, here's
pong.
this. He's like, what about this? I'm like, what about this? And
Okay.
we just do a lot of that.
All right.
I'm definitely more of a pushover, probably.
Really?
I trust him. I really trust him.
Well, that's the most important thing. Last shot at your audition. What's your last question? Since you want to be a morning show A-list.
Well, I'm not. He's going to be on camera. I'm not.
Okay, so read. Go ahead.
All right. Final thought. Who would you cast? No, can we go back?
Yeah.
Take two.
Okay,
take
hold on.
two.
We'll edit that.
Hold on,
out,
take two.
don't worry.
Okay.
Right again.
Final thought. Who would you each cast to play yourself in a movie?
Wow.
Are we
Tough
talking?
question,
Are we
huh?
talking now or
Now.
like
Yeah, sure.
down the road when? Okay.
Well, when you're really big and famous, yes. But
I like the follow-up question.
now.
Thank you so much.
That's great.
Did you ready?
Kareem, you go first. I guess.
I think Joaquin Phoenix would be good
That
for me.
is
We have the
perfect.
same nose.
perfect.
This is perfect.
I can
actually.
see it. I can see it.
I think so
now.
too. Kind of weird,
I like that.
kind of ugly, but kind of hot.
Let's get your agent on the hall. Who's playing you?
Interesting.
Who's playing you?
Who's playing me? I think Meals by Cougine.
Oh, Cougine. You know, he snubbed me at City Fields.
Uh-oh.
I
Well,
went
in
up
that
to
case-
him and I was like, I follow you.
Can
He
you
was
look
like,
in that camera and tell him that camera?
That camera. That
Meals
camera.
by
and let him
Cougine,
know?
you snubbed me at City Fields. I don't know who you think you are.
Yeah, he's a big shot these days.
You are a big shot, but Google me.
Oh
Wow. Wow.
And I will gladly make a sandwich with you wherever you want.
Oh,
Yeah.
how quick?
That's so
Yes,
good.
how quick. Thank you both so
Guys,
much.
Thank you.
Stop
Thank you
it.
for having
Don't
us.
forget about the little people, even though in
come
your
on.
mind we're big people, we're
Yeah.
little people. And congratulations.
Thank
Good
you
luck
so
with
much.
everything.
Thank you
So
so
looking
much.
for that morning
Thank
show.
Thank you for having
Thank
us
you.
on.
If you need to do deep research on the inner workings of morning television,
Use somebody
Yes.
else. Please.
We know who to
You
call.
wanted it to be about you, didn't you?
no, they don't.
It's a flattering show. It's a very flattering show.
We've got this table new just for you.
This is a nice table.
Don't lean on it.
It's
Anyway,
true.
time for the pixie dust. Listen to this, guys. Look what we have in this budget. Pixie,
Pixie
dust.
dust, pixie-
Positively picked.
Fairy dust, fairy dust, fairy dust. You can't hear it, but it's going.
You want that in your production next time. Some pixie dust.
This is the part where we talk about something positive, in case you were wondering. Actor and
'Cause this
father of three.
wasn't.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. Do you guys know Chris Pratt?
Yeah, he plays Mario, right?
There you go. He's a busy dad filming
plays
his latest
Mario.
project, The Terminal List.
Terminal list. Yeah.
He posted a mirror selfie to Instagram.
Whoa.
Okay,
Yeah,
Chris
showing off
Pratt.
his abs.
Yeah.
The fake cut. That's a fake cut.
Remember when he was a schlub?
Yeah, right?
I do.
When was that? But fans could only focus on one thing. On the left-hand side of the picture, posted in the mirror on the frame, is a note from his 9-year-old son, Jack, that says, see ya at 8 o'clock-ish. And then he signed a little heart next to it. The son was what, 9 did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my kids to do that. They're 28 and
Do you
33.
guys? Do you
Everything
guys,
is ish, but
But
not.
do you guys think those abs are real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the sign's real.
Really? You think the sign?
I think Chris
Like-
Pratt wrote the sign,
To
being
make his
like,
kid
"Give
look
me
good?"
likes, give me likes."
No, his
Ooh.
PR person probably.
Oh,
See, this is
he's
the
not big enough
inside.
for a
This
PR
is
person.
Yeah, he just plays Mario.
Yeah, Mario. He
The
doesn't even
trusting
play
New
the-
Yorkers over here. Yeah, I feel it.
I love it. If you have a positively picked story that you would like to share with us, please do. Send them to us, nyliving@pix11.com.